Hey, hope you guys can mother hear me. How you doing? Sunday stream. That's what's up. Refugee hustle. 3 weeks in a row. I hope it sounds like okay and shit. But yeah. Hold on for a second. Let me just test the sound for. Let's just wait for the stream to get caught up for a second. Seton, what's up? How am I sounding? Okay. Hold on. So I don't have to reach out all the time. Put this down. Sounds perfect. Awesome. Awesome, Seton. What's up, guys? So, oh, I can't do that. Like a little higher. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you guys for tuning into the stream today. You know, it's been pretty crazy. I honestly, today, I didn't even think I would get my article out in time, which really showed me a lot about, like, if you really set your mind to something, and you really focus on the task at hand, you can get anything done. Notification squad, green tea, latte, butter and jams just in time. Legend RX, you made it. Yeah, sorry I was a little late. I was actually in K-Town with Mother Thirsty Sylvia. I asked her to come over, but she wasn't thirsty. But yeah, so I was just out with my friend Jason, my childhood friend Craig. Was out with my friend Carol and Mother Thirsty Sylvia today. And yeah, man. Also, if you guys notice something new, I don't like the color scheme. I gotta figure that out on my free time. But I'm at 3,825 subs. So I want to get that number to 10K by the end of the year. Am I gonna do it? I don't know. Hopefully. I've been a terrible fan, says Brandon. Haven't talked to you in a while, dude. It's all good, man. You guys support me in so many ways. The fact that I recognize your names and stuff, that tells me a lot about my fan base and stuff. I got the true homies in here, you know? Like, I'm sure you guys know who everyone is in this chat, you know? And I think something I've been really focusing on, too, is, like, I've been taking Ramit Sethi's Endless Audience course recently. And we always get so caught up in, like, big things. Like a big D or like a huge ass audience, right? And I thought about, okay, what do I really want? Like, it's cool to have a huge audience, to have people recognize you wherever you go, right? But what's more important than that? And honestly, it's not about the size, man. It's about how you use it. So, like, honestly, I see the trending topics on YouTube, and I think this is something that me and Broke the Habit have been actually thinking a lot about. The fact that you don't always need to have the biggest D in the room, but it's about who's loyal to that D, you know? And that's why I've been really thinking about refugee hustle and stuff. Like, is it gonna be the biggest? Who knows? It might be. But also, like, when you're speaking, I don't want the whole piece of pie. I just want a solid niche of it, right? And I don't want to appeal to every single person, because honestly, there's a lot of them. Dude, as I'm doing affiliate marketing, I realize that there's a lot of basic ass people out there. You know, there's like people who are just I don't know, into those scammy ass ads. They're like into the like one of the products I was like seeing hot offers for was called Diabetes Loophole, or the Lotto. What is it called? I'll look it up really quick. It's called the Lotto. I don't know, but it's some lottery type of bullshit. Oh, Lotto. Lottery Dominator. You know? Like, dude, that is so fucking scammy, man. And no, it's so crazy. Americans fall for it all the freaking time, you know? Um, it's so crazy that people really fall for this shit and buy products like these, you know? And my goal, like, for Refugee Hustle is not to sell these scammy ass products and stuff like Ty Lopez, Lambos, all that bullshit, because so many people are just attracted to that bullshit. But I just want to help people who genuinely want to improve their lives. And you being in the chat really says something about yourself, because you've been A1 since day one, man. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for, you know, every single week you guys like just come in, and you know, it feels really good to know that I have loyal ass people in this room, you know. Preach. That's right. Let's see who's in this. Jenny Solis. Hey chica. Hi Q. Did you do research in undergrad or during pharmacy school? I did do some research. I did a HIV research project. Where basically, like, I'll kind of explain it to you. So, a lot of the drugs that we use like a lock and key mechanism. So, let's say this is the lock, this is the key, this is the drug. Swims in, bam. That's the MOA for a lot of medications, right? But HIV, sometimes, like, it changes a lot, you know? So the same lock might change into like a stunner thing, right? So the same drug might not fit. Well, let's say you get, like, I don't know, like this, right? Let's say this fits, right? Like right here. It's roughly the same shape, right? So when the HIV virus mutates, this will also fit. And it's basically getting a general shape so it fits into the HIV thing. So basically I was making drugs based off that theory and stuff. It's called substrate theory or something. Substrate. I forgot what it's called, but it was actually one of the reasons why a drug called like darunavir in HIV was so effective, you know, because we're getting away from that specific lock and key type of world, especially for fastly like high mutating viruses. So it was a general shape that just fit in. I forgot what it's called. I did a whole poster on it. I can't remember. If you look it up, like Kevin Yee, WPI, HIV, you'll find my paper that I wrote so long ago, my research paper. So yeah, prank life, ha. Says ha. Yeah, so I mean that was some of the research I did back in like in undergrad, you know. It was really cool. I got to work with a lot of med students. I got to do rounds and stuff. It was more of a bio and chemistry lab rather than like a pharmacy thing. I didn't do any like pharmaceutical, like I didn't work in like any of the farm sciences labs or anything like that. I didn't do any like bench work or anything like that. Honestly, I've just been very focused on retail pharmacy my whole life, honestly. So just really focusing, getting really good at that. But honestly, like I said, retail pharmacy can get very it burns you out, man. It really does burn you out dealing with so many people. And I'm a so this is what I realized today. Like, I'm a people person. I love talking to people. I love like just sharing stories and stuff. It's probably one of the reasons why I do YouTube, right? I'm young too. Like, I'm very young, so I can move around in the pharmacy, pick up boxes, do whatever. It's fine. But I imagine like being an old man or an old pharmacist, trying to move around, trying to hustle by yourself in a pharmacy. That must be so fucking hard, man. Like, if I'm like struggling to hit all these numbers and stuff and I want to do all these things, imagine someone who has been in the game for so long. The field is like changing rapidly, right? Oh, I got another subscriber. Palabra full. What was I saying? Yeah, like, it's changing so much. You barely have the energy to walk. You know, like, it's a fucking tough job by yourself, and I can't believe some of the older pharmacists still do it. And I give them a lot of props. Sometimes I don't want to say I talk shit about them, but they're not as hungry. But they're not as hungry for a good reason, because a lot of them are so burnt out. They put so many good years into this field, you know. I just don't want to be one of them, like 10, 20 years down the line. I don't want to be burnt out. I don't want to hate my job every single day, but I feel like if I stay in this field, I'm going to be like that, you know, and I don't want to be like that at all. Have you started your volunteer group yet? Which volunteer group are you talking about yet? Legend. The pharmacies here in San Antonio have been very busy since the hurricane. All the evacuees came here and have had their prescriptions transferred. Yeah, it's so crazy. So right now, I'm not sure if you know, but Lupin, one of the drug companies and stuff, they actually are replacing a lot of people's medications since they were damaged during the hurricane and stuff. It's really bad right now. My heart goes out to them. Maybe I should do like a maybe I should do like a hurricane relief, like sellout Sunday or something like that, where every single dime or whatever goes to them, you know. Honestly, it's so tough. Like I hear like, yeah, man, I can't imagine what people are going through. Like it's actually one of the reasons why I'm scared about buying a house too. I guess that's why you have insurance, because you never know what's gonna happen to your house. But being hit with that stress of losing everything, like for me, if I were to lose, I mean, luckily everything for me is cloud, so I have like most of my stuff backed up via cloud. I have most of like I have a lot of books. No doubt I could get the books back. Um, the only thing that I would really care about, yeah, my camera equipment's expensive, but I think honestly everything else is pretty replaceable for the most part. You know, the one you mentioned in the last video, how I got started with YouTube, last Spyglass Hill video. Damn, Legend is keeping track of where I live, man. Yeah, I wanted to do the collaborati type of thing. I was really thinking about it, but I know like for me, I'm already spread very thin, you know. So I was actually hoping my friend Carol could definitely help me out with that, you know. Um, to really help me out with organizing something like that. And that's probably one of the reasons why I want to get out of pharmacy, you know? It's cool working for a company, generating money and stuff, but to do it on your own accord, to make your own choices in life, I think that's so much more important. Like what happened today, like I got invited to my childhood friend's wedding, right? But I can't go because I already have like so many of the weekends off, and it's just really, really hectic right now. So I can't like take it off, and looking for flights last minute. It's just a huge pain in the ass, you know, and it feels like every single time I want to take time for myself or do something like that, that's just the way I have to do it. And I don't want to live like this anymore, man. I'm still young. Like I want to explore the world, dude, you know? But I guess this goes into your a question, Jenny, of what's next. What's next for Kevin the refugee? And honestly, I think about online businesses a lot. I'm just fascinated with marketing and like testing and all that sort of stuff. When I was telling Brian, like, Brian's probably not awake right now, but when I was talking to Brian the other day, he was like, "Damn, your mind is very geared toward informatics, trying to make things better, trying to test things out." But I think that's one of the reasons why I like so many things. Like I like I like things where you can like things like jujitsu, right? I always use jujitsu, but it's like a very easy thing because it's very clear to see if something works or doesn't. You get tapped out, it doesn't work, right? Or if you get tapped out less, it's still working, but not as effectively as you think. And you just need to ramp it up. Um, like I enjoy powerlifting too because you can add a assistant exercise and test whether it works or not. It's one of the reasons why I like pharmacy as well, because you can test different openers when you talk to people. That pickup artist status, son. Um, so yeah, like those are some of my future plans to really get involved with online businesses, because That's why I really like marketing. I really like affiliate marketing. I really like the whole blogging industry and stuff. It's just very fascinating. And I was talking to Matt about this, like my friend Matt, and he was just we're just like it was just very cool because he has that sort of lifestyle I sort of want for myself, you know? And yeah, I'm just not envious, that's not the word, but I'm very inspired by Matt and his lifestyle. So more so, not to say I don't like I'm not motivated by JK and stuff. I think JK has created a beautiful thing, you know? But I think the lifestyle I want is more like Matt's actually lifestyle, where you don't have to consistently grind and grind and grind and grind. Like you build a system and it starts making money by itself, you know? So yeah. I have in here. I'm gonna shout out some people. Let's see. Oh man, my computer is like fucking lagging, man. Right now it only says Jenny and Legend RX. I don't know. There's something about YouTube where it doesn't update everyone, like update all the participants in the chat. Because I know, like, it says, like, when I take a look at my stats right now, it says, like, more people should be in here. Like, it says at least 10 people should be in here right now. And it's pretty cool. Like, people are just starting to tune in. Awesome. Yeah. Hey, I got a quick question for you guys. Those that are watching, what do you prefer? Do you prefer these like Q&A, relax time type of things? Or do you want me to talk about certain topics, you know, because I can always create different topics to have a talking point and just do a Q&A after, or I can do lecture style. I don't know. I don't really like lectures that much, but maybe I can talk about a certain thing I learned in the week and present it to you guys like a textbook type of thing. No, I'm just kidding. Or do you guys like these laid back, just like me chatting and stuff like that? I've been just really testing a lot. Keep the chats open. Talk whatever's on your mind. Both. Great. Oh, by the way, there was one girl that shit, I can't remember. Catherine. She's always in my chats and stuff. These were the two books that I really recommended. How to Become a Straight A Student and How to Win at College. You know, maybe what I should do is probably get a hook, man, a hook to get people in my chat, and then just keep it open so people can see my personality. Yeah. Topic with Q&A is cool. I think that's probably what I'll do. I'll just probably get a clickbaity type of title, create a clickbaity type of title, and just keep it open because I sort of like these open formats too. Like, one thing I do like about it, because sometimes if I talk about something in, like, I don't know, let's say I'm talking about, like, I don't know, pickup or something like that, and people aren't interested in it, people are really bored by it, at least I can change the subject. No problem. You know, I don't bore you guys to death. Jenny Solis, what did you learn this week? I said a little bit of it. So if you guys haven't already, every single week I actually send kind of like inspired by Tim Ferriss and like Mainland Doris, but I send like a 5 bullet Friday type of thing. So just random things that I learned this week. Some things I learned this week. A documentary I actually watched this week was actually Tony Robbins, his I Am a Guru documentary. Kind of weird, but yeah. Yeah, I watched his documentary today, and it was really, or the other day. It's like 2 hours long, but honestly reminded me of like this sort of culty program I joined a while ago that actually really helped me out, but actually went through a lot of realizations and stuff. And I think it, like, those programs are actually really good to just get a different perspective on things and really interact with people that you might not interact with normally. Like for me, I was paired up with this like someone I like resisted against, and it was like this girl where she, don't get me wrong, when I say resist, I don't mean hate, but someone I probably wouldn't hang out with. So probably like I was chilling with this I got mashed up with this like fat, like I don't want to call her fat, bigger white lesbian chick who is very like social justice worry, yeah. But um yeah, so I got mashed up with her, and it was very eye opening for me that, you know, like we're not so different after all, you know, like we actually really confided with each other, and it was it was really cool seeing that really sweet side of her, you know. Granted, I wasn't attracted to her, but we're a lot more similar than we think, you know. And I just remember the first time like I cried in her arms, because it's a very emotional type of class and shit. Just like Tony Robbins program. I actually want to go to one sometime and just see what it's like. I don't even know. My life coach used to coach for Tony, or did he coach for, yeah, he coached for Tony Robbins, I think. Or he used to do sales calls for Tony Robbins, and he said it was like sometimes really, really culty, but it's actually really informative too. So it really, I always recommend those programs. Like even the cultier, the better, because you can realize that it's a cult, but you can take something away from it that's helpful for you. Like for me, I don't do all the enrolling shit and like trying to sign people up. That's just not me. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. And maybe there's an opportunity for me to work on that sort of thing, but I just didn't fuck with that shit, you know? Pika pika, bitch. Kian Takashi, are you a gamer? No, I'm not a gamer. I was a gamer at one point. I used to play a lot of Warcraft 3 and not so much StarCraft because that was too old for me. I played like, yeah, I was like really into games. Myth 2, I used to play with my homie Craig in the other room and stuff. The Final Fantasy series. I love Mario RPG. I played a lot of SNES, N64, a lot of Dreamcast. Oh man, I love that system. I used to play a lot of fighting games all the time. Marvel vs. Capcom, baby. Yeah, so dude, Legend with that shameless plug. Thank you. Thank you for that shameless plug, Legend. Yeah, subscribe to refugeehustle.com, baby. Yeah, I need to work on this layout too, because it's kind of old and I kind of want to spice it up with something newer and more flashy. So I'm not very good with like all this like layout work and stuff like that, but I want to get something that is more visually appealing and stuff like that. So I've been looking at templates online too. What's your best pro-vaccine argument? I don't know, man. Pro-vaccine argument, I would say, what happens if you step on a rusty nail? I don't know, T-Dap, bro. Or like cost, you know? I don't know. I'm good at convincing people like getting vaccines and stuff. I don't know. It really depends. Like, if you're just saying for the sake of argument, like, I don't really know. But if you ask me about an individual person, because when you're offering something, I look at this. I'm like Pablo Escobar, man. Or was it Pablo Escobar? I forgot which drug dealer. Some drug dealer looked at himself like the mail service, right? He's just a straight up delivery service. He doesn't try to sell to people that don't want it. He just supplies people that want it. So you don't have to sell it. If I see that you are very interested in it, I'll make it as easy as possible for you to get your vaccine. You know, I'll let you know like all the benefits, all the downsides. Like, I'm your best advocate, right? But if you really don't want it, I'm not gonna force it down your throat. That's just how I feel, and that's how I And you sometimes it requires not you planting a seed in their mind, but just mentioning it. And maybe by third or fourth time, they thought about it and they look it up. They become more informed. I feel more ethical about that than just pushing it. You know, saying anything. Oh yeah, like like dude, do your research. It's your body. You should be able to choose what you want and like choose what you want, right? I'm not gonna force something down your throat, right? Or in your arm, I guess, or up your butt. um Narcos. I binge watched seasons 1 and 2 and starting season three now. Jason like fucking finished that shit, my roommate. So yeah. But yeah, I mean that's how I sell like vaccines, and everybody's gonna be different. Some people cost is a big issue. Some people they see their loved ones get shingles and bullshit like that. Why do I get sick every year after a flu shot? So let me point this out. Most flu shots now are inactive. I don't even think they made an active vaccine this year, but some people do get a slight fever due to immune response from a flu shot. But yeah, that could be what you're getting, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I want to say that's like the most well, other than like the injection site reactions, that's probably it. Like yeah. Give us updates on your mother dating life. Um, my mother dating life. So I was actually talking to my friend Matt recently, about like our dating lives. And huh. I want to say I've been trying to avoid dating, um, for a really deep reason. It's not like I've been talking to one person. She's been really in and out of my life a lot, and she almost like feels like the girl from Neil Strauss's The Truth. I don't know if she's the one. I have no idea, but I know she's going to be very helpful on this journey because we can communicate very openly. We know each other very well. But I'm still, I guess, open to date. I don't know. Like, I want to wait for the class, really, and just see what I realize. But one thing I was talking to Matt, and something really crazy happened to me. I was talking to him, and I was just like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable dating because I don't trust myself that I can figure out whatever. Like, if anything goes wrong, I don't have enough trust in myself that I can fix it, you know? Because I think, like, the last 2 or 3 girlfriends, when I truly gave it my all, it sucks getting burned, man. And I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't left pharmacy yet as well, on a deeper level, Just because, like, it sucks being wrong. Maybe I have an ego problem too. Like I don't want to see that part. I don't want to see myself fail. Or maybe it's just like I've been conditioned for so long to fear it. But actually, I forgot. Like Tinder's actually really smart, and they actually implemented this feature where they tell you how many likes you get. And I went on Tinder for a little bit, and I just started swiping and stuff. And actually, a lot of girls like me, which is really crazy. I noticed that like it in a lot of the areas in my life where girls actually approach me, and I'm scared shitless, you know. And I don't know. I think one of the reasons why I have such a hard time like sort of believing it is because I said this before, but what people see in me, like what other people see in me, I don't see in myself, And I'm not saying this relationship class will change me forever, but it'll give me the openness and support that I need to move on with my life, for me to create something to move on in my life, So yeah, that's a little kind of deep into the mud of dating life. I also, let's see, what else happened this week? Yeah, I met some big D's in pharmacy recently. When I was hanging out with Brian, he actually introduced me to like PharmD PhD, girl, his co-resident who's teaching at a university and specializes in critical care. Like so many big D's in pharmacy. I was like, damn, I got the small ass D, you know. But that made me also realize too, like, what was really cool. Like maybe you're not really good at anything. Like for me, I don't think I'm very good academically, right? But I just created something that, like my own, that I was a lot better at. Like I think on in pharmacy, like on YouTube, everybody knows me as a YouTube pharmacist, right? And so I created that own niche specialty, you know? I think Brandon says, I think what makes me nervous is that I know how to make a girl feel like a queen. If I by chance get screwed over, I won't take it that well. I think a lot of guys feel that way, man. I read on Student Doctor Network that pharmacists will be oversupplied by 50,000 by 2025. That could be very true. Maybe I can do my part and just leave pharmacy, man. Sneak preview of the Brian collab. Let me see if I have it on this computer. I might not have it because it's such a large file. Like, dude, seriously, that shit was like 40 plus gigs. Oh my god, holy shit. Because I shot from multiple angles. I shot from, yeah, multiple angles, full setup. It was pretty cool. It's a very long interview. My like hard drive is actually running out right now because of such a large file, you know? Have you looked into remote pharmacy? No, I haven't. When I like Brian was also made a good point, like with what's that called? Informatics. Like you can let me close some of these programs because it's slowing down my computer. He was saying that you could work remotely, which is actually a big plus and would actually change my quality of life significantly, you know. So I was just thinking, Patrick is like, or Brandon's like, you gotta leave, son. Can't wait for the drop. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool because unlike my other videos, this one's more like Joe Rogan podcast style. So I didn't really maybe I'll take some things and just like cut it into smaller pieces, but in general the talk was really cool. I really like that a lot. I think that's a really cool thing that Joe Rogan does. Like he gets so many views just shooting shit with people, you know? And I think I need to do more like collabs where I can just like live stream with people and just like shoot the shit. Cause I have so many cool conversations with people. It's just that you guys don't see it, or maybe they're concerned about, I don't know, concerned about their employer finding it. I mean, that's a real concern. No doubt 110%, like probably my employer has seen some of these videos and stuff. I don't know what they think. They haven't said anything, but you know, that is a huge concern. You know, like it's people are really scared that they're going to lose their jobs, you know? Am I scared? I wouldn't say scared, but if it happened, it'd be a blessing and curse at the same time. Like I would figure it out, you know? I think that's a common theme that throughout my like dating life and through my business life is just to trust myself that I'll work things out. In the past, I've always figured things out, you know? Like I suck at certain things, but I try over and over and over again to find something that works, you know? Yeah, man. Why are people still going to that field? I have no idea. Maybe because people like me are still promoting them and getting rich off of them. Just kidding. That's why I'm going to get a bachelor's first, because by that time I know if I'm going to do pharmacy school or not. That's like my thought too. I wasn't sure like whether I would do pharmacy or not. But it's a little more work, just to give you a heads up. But yeah, you should have way more subscribers, says Isaiah. Thank you, man. You know how you can help me? Sell us Sunday. You guys need to share my video, like my video and stuff. Honestly, thank you. That's a huge compliment, man. Because like it's better than the opposite, being like, yo, Kevin, you shouldn't have any subscribers. You fucking suck dick. No, that's very seriously, thank you, Isaiah. Appreciate that. Um, and I don't even think like having more subscribers is like, I don't know, it's a blessing and curse. Like I enjoy like having a small group of people now, you know? Like I think it's, maybe I'm just making excuses. I'm a pussy. I don't want to work hard for like that millions and millions of subscribers, but um you're never going to make anyone happy. But I want to really focus on the people that matter the most, you know? What was it like working for CVS? Um Chinese sweatshop, no lie, man. So here's how I feel about CVS. It was very, very tough. It's very frustrating to go on day after day with that, with very little resources and stuff, and feel like your life is going a million miles per hour, man. It's that busy. It's so crazy. People don't realize how fucking busy we are at CVS, man. You know? And I just didn't enjoy the culture. You know, I talked to the higher ups, like supervisors and stuff, and they seem a lot happier than like managing like staff and stuff. But yeah, I think that's one of the places where I learned everything, you know? Like I learned how to do pharmacy with CVS, and it taught me really the value of working hard, you know? But after a certain point, what's your game plan? What's your win at that point? You know, are you just gonna work hard the rest of your life? No, like that's not sustainable. Like I don't see CVS being sustainable for me. I like that current culture that I was dealing with 2013. I don't see it being sustainable for my family. I see like myself skipping out on obligations with my family and my kids and stuff. It's not healthy, man. If you could remember, what was it? What was your mindset when you were in high school and how it's changed? I was hella depressed, man. I was hella pessimistic. If you look hard enough, my Zanga might be still out there. My Zanga is still out there. I know that for a fact. Because I uploaded all my old Zanga posts. But in high school, I felt very trapped. Like just because, like when you're in high school, you might not have a car, you know, or you can't just leave. It's a lot harder, you know. I mean, yeah, people sneak out, but it's different when you're in college and when you're an adult, you know. Like it's way different, and you're not yet an adult yet, so your parents are still technically liable for you and stuff. So you can't do whatever the fuck you want. So I think that's why I was so like pessimistic. I literally like was depressed and borderline suicidal at times. I never saw a way out of things, you know? And sometimes that still sticks with me. Like I gotta remind myself to snap out of it, right? But I think it was during those times where I used to talk to a lot of people like on the phone about my problems. I really connected with a lot of people, and yeah, it was cool. Like I remember my first group of like Asian friends too, and that was the first time I truly felt accepted, man. And I wasn't part of the losers anymore and stuff. But I'm still friends with all my high school friends. A1 since day one, homie. My brother, also a pharmacist, worked for CVS when he first graduated. CVS definitely sucked, as he told me. No way, more Dr. Green D. I just started a tech possession with CVS. Brandon, let me ask you, how is your experience at CVS? You let me know. Even in the application, they basically imply that you're going to be overloaded. Basically, how much experience do you have at being overwhelmed and not going to the bathroom all day? Yeah, and they try to I remember during my interviews and stuff, they try to ask me questions like, what happens if your order is still not done and you're about to close the pharmacy? And I was like, well, that wouldn't happen because I would prioritize. I know what time we close. That's a controllable factor. I would prioritize more of my resources toward the order being done, right? He's like, but let's say it slips your mind. What do you do? And he wanted me to stay after, but I was like, fuck that. That's not me. I don't want to do that. So obviously didn't get the job. But at least like looking back, at least I know punk bitch, man. Yeah. I think that's one of the things about me sometimes is just like there's certain things I feel so strongly about. You know, it's not fair. Like if you're in a relationship, right? And you're always expected to do something, but they're never gonna put out. Like we're always expected to be on time. Fine. But to be to have the expectation of never being let out as promised and stuff, I don't think that's healthy, dude. You know? And maybe that's why I'm in California, because we have strong like union laws and stuff. I know other states like there's pharmacists that stay there all day and that's their life. They don't have anything else to like, that's their life. If they don't do it, they get fired basically. It sucks, you know? So I think it's also really important not to take bullshit, because I think by feeding into bullshit and letting yourself be talked down upon or just like being disrespected like that, it's not healthy for our profession, you know, and it's just gonna further. But you know what sucks? Us pharmacy people, we're so giving sometimes, you know, like we're in a giving profession where we're like we people please a lot. A lot of us go in this profession because we're people pleasers, including me, you know. So yeah. How did you move past that dark time of your life? Therapy, medication. So Jenny, I never went to therapy. I never had medication. Um, I don't know. It was actually very lonely for me. It was a very lonely time of my life. I think the only thing I look forward to, like, cause it's something that you don't really feel comfortable talking to your parents about. They don't understand. My mom meant the world to me, but she doesn't understand what it's like to be like ABC and like growing up in America and stuff, you know? My dad was just never there. And so I really turned to a lot of my friends, and I really had really good friends, you know? They knew my relationship with my father and like knew everything I was going through. It's tough, man. Like when you're growing up feeling like you're a piece of shit all your life, you really don't believe you can do anything right. And that's how I felt, and sometimes that's how I continue to feel sometimes, you know, but I try to remind myself like I've had really good coaches in the past, you know. I have really good friends. Sometimes I still call and just like, yo, I'm feeling like this, and they just help me snap out, you know. I think nowadays like I communicate for help when I feel like that. You know, I don't go to therapy or anything, but I do have the people I met through that culty program. I have my life coach from before. I have like wonderful friends, you know, that I can really fall back on. And I have myself, man. Cause like sometimes I'll just give myself my own support and just give myself a not timeout, but like sometimes I write continuous writing morning pages, right? And I'll just do a mind dump of everything on my mind, you know? It's very, very, very therapeutic and relaxing, you know? And I've been through enough like programs and stuff to know all the things to program my mind and stuff like that, or like not program my mind, but I know all the right coaching I know all the coaching stuff to say, you know? And I just take a step back and just like if I were coaching someone else, what would I tell them? You know? Look in the mirror and give myself a heart to heart, you know? It's tough sometimes still. I'm not gonna lie, it's very tough. Like I don't think about killing myself at all. But it's tough, man, like going through so much by myself, holding it in. Cause like for a lot of my life I just felt like a loner, you know? Like I felt like I didn't really have anyone to turn to, but I realized at the same time I realized I'm not that 17, 16, 14, 15, whatever. I'm not that teenage boy anymore, you know? You know, and I think that's like one of the things about comedy or like YouTube and stuff. Like the people that are very expressive or who do very well have a lot of pain inside. You know, I see it firsthand, you know? Um yeah, I see it firsthand, and it makes YouTube likes polarizing people, right? And so, yeah, I just express a lot of the things I go through. And I don't think it's I'm necessarily different from other people. I think what is different is just I think I just vocalize a lot of the thoughts that people say, and those people that watch my channel like kind of understand what I go through, you know? Be a leader, says fuck school. I'll let everyone know. So everyone's so cool. Yeah. It might be a good place. I mean, CVS is a huge company. You never know. Let's see how many participants I have. I went down that deep rabbit hole. 15 people in this bitch. This is awesome, man. This is awesome. 13 now. Damn. Too good to be true. Yeah, so that was like a very dark time in my life, you know? And one of the reasons why I chose like the name Refugee Hustle too is because I think a lot of people, like a lot of the refugees, or like even my own grandfather, man, like he came to America by himself. He didn't really have anyone. And in some sort of weird way, I feel like I'm fulfilling my grandma's prophecy, like, or my grandma's like fate, where she came to America with a bunch of young boys, no one to support her, and she came out here by herself. My grandfather left his whole family just so that he could get an opportunity in America, and literally hustle his way to get his family back. You know, he could have cheated. He could have ran off with some like American girl or something like that and ditched his family back in China, but he didn't. You know, because yeah, that I don't know like what my grandfather's dream was, but he loved his family enough to not abandon them when he could have easily done it. You know. So I guess I'm very lucky with that. You know, I have very strong family members or strong people in my life who came here, you know, and I get to live out their sort of their legacy, you know, their memory, you know. I think a lot of our grandparents, like those that are watching this, especially us Asian people, like our parents, my family is not the only one that's done this. Probably your family has done this, especially if you're Vietnamese, like the war and stuff. Maybe they got separated. Maybe they came here by themselves. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. Probably Mexican families too, man. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure like a lot of you guys who heard Refugee Hustle was like, yeah, that's right. You know? So Legend RX says, you are awesome. Thank you, Legend. Yeah. So I think and as why does it feel like immigrant grandparents are emotional juggernauts? Because they are. Because our grandparents are. They lost every single fucking thing. Like, I don't know whether it's like killing fields in Cambodia or Vietnam War or like Cultural Revolution or whatever. They went through so much pain, man. My grandma talks about, or my only grandma left, she talks about all her war stories where she used to hide in the fucking mud and like the Japanese invaded, right? World War II. And this woman, this elderly grandma, was begging for her life. And she's like, Japan number one, Japan number one, right? And literally, this Japanese soldier just like kicked her in the face. She lost all her teeth, her like front teeth and stuff. She didn't get killed, but it's like, dude, you had to witness so many things, and like girls who are pregnant have their babies ripped out and shit. It's so fucking sad, dude. So yeah, you have to be strong. They have so much trauma, you know? Like I remember even my grandma who recently passed, the one that recently passed away, she hoarded so much stuff like glass jars, like peanut butter jars, everything, dude. She hoarded all that shit. Why? Because she was afraid that one day she might have to go through that shit again, man. That's some scary ass shit. To know that, like, to have that reality of that, you might lose everything. Like, I might have to beg for food. You know, like, my grandma's story is very, to me, inspiring. You know, I didn't find this story out until her funeral. But so just to give you a lot of background, like, my grandma, she was actually a farmer, right? So she was a farmer, and she grew up on a farm all her life. Well, Japanese invaded, took everything, right? Took every single fucking thing from her. She had like 2 kids at the time, right? What is a mom to do? Your husband is in America and you're by yourself with 2 little kids, man. And so she saved up enough money. She had enough money to buy 1 rice plant, you know? And with that 1 rice plant, helped her afford more rice plants and really invest into something until she saved up enough money to not only come to America, but she also helped feed other people too, which was very inspiring to me. And that really warms my heart up to my grandma. And my grandma's always been so giving. Like, even when she was growing up to all the other Chinese, like, little kids, she always gave them ice cream money. You know, she was so sweet. You know, like, that's the shit where it really makes me sometimes, like, tear up, man, because, like, how can you don't have anything yet you're still giving, you know? And that's why, like, human compassion is so important, man. It's so crazy. That's the refugee hustle, really. Like, it's not only elevating yourself, but elevating everyone around you, as even when you might not even think that you have enough, you know? So yeah, that knowing that, and I think that's the thing, like, knowing that my grandma went through all that sort of stuff. Like, my family worked so damn hard to get here. I knew whatever I was feeling, like, in that moment, it could have been 1,000 times worse, dude. And it just put everything in perspective for me, you know? Because so many times we just, like, start, like, especially in America, we complain about first world problems all the time. Not to say they're not important, but sometimes we lose sight of, like, how how much worse it could be, man. You know? Imagine growing up in North Korea these days, man. No food, and, like, here I live in a society with abundance of food. I can literally go down the street, all you can eat Korean barbecue, you know? Like, I worry about traffic and not having enough time in the day. And these people are just worrying about surviving, making it to their next meal, you know? And not getting killed by, like, fucking like, the government, you know? That's tough shit, you know? Or, like, let's not take a third world country. Let's take right now, like, with these DACA, like, immigrants. Imagine being one of those people and not knowing where your fate. You took the leap of faith and you don't know what your fate is. You're worried about getting sent back, you know? It's very stressful, dude. And, like, things can be so much worse, man. And sometimes, like, I try to put it in perspective sometimes. It's really hard in the moment sometimes. Like, no lie, it gets really hard. But it's something that's very important, that I think that's why gratitude is so important, because it really keeps you in keep yourself in check, you know? Anyways, yeah, I've been going on for a while. I lost all my viewers. Looks like it's been dwindling down to 9 people. But it's cool. Anyways, I hope you guys like this stream. It was quite long. I usually don't stream for this long, but guys, so if you like the stream, make sure to subscribe. Share, like, if you see any of my videos that people would actually like, feel free to share them. That really helps grow my channel too. You know, I'll donate $50 if you take Rogaine for your receding hairline. Yeah, my hair is starting to recede, man. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm cool, dude. I make enough paper that $50 doesn't really entice me. Pay first, baby. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, man. Faison, like, Reckless Noob says, what have you been up to? Man, a lot. I'm about to close my stream, man. Kind of late, but yeah, been up to a lot. If you haven't already, follow me on my Refugee Hustle newsletter where I tell you guys like things I've been thinking about. This is a week. I also do a weekly stream here. I don't know about next week. Next week I might be in Chicago, so I might not be able to do it. I'll try to see what I can do on my phone. Sorry, Reckless, man. Sorry. Womp womp. Maybe I'll do an earlier stream too for East Coast people. I'll think about it and see what works out for people. But yeah. Yo, guys, keep on hustling, man. Just know that even though like you guys might look at me as a YouTube star, I don't look at myself like that, and I'm always there to help you guys. So, anyways, guys. Yes, East Coast subby. Okay, cool. For people on the East, well, really quick before I close the stream, since you guys are the most loyal people, if you guys are East Coasters, tell me what time works best for you in the comments below. I'll leave my chat open so I can see it in the morning. But really quickly, jot down a time that works for you guys every single week. You know, preferably on the weekend because I have more time. Maybe I can do a morning stream too. That will work too. Just because I work at like a pharmacy shift sometimes, so it's just really hard for me to do it, you know. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Take care. Bless up. Peace, mother people. Don't man. What the fuck? Come on, open, motherfucker. How do I stop this shit? Quit OBS.